It seems I have neglected my duty as DM and host of metagaming. Until now, I aim to rectify my wrongdoings. By doing such, I mean a greeting to you, the listener. And without further ado, hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Alilopolis. Um. Well, two people are here that we can figure out something about, with at least Idril and Thea, who were here last time. That at least Idril popped in to say hi, but I would say you guys had what you guys experienced last. I can lead off with that.
Sounds good.
Okay. Wasn't sure if you were there because I had heard you pop on earlier, but I not say anything after that. So
I'm here. I'm just distracted. Multitasking.
Well, this is your heads up for your. There's words about you, Idril, coming your way.
Yes. Paying attention now. Get my notes.
You guys had been a little bit distracted last time, to say the least, when it came to the end of the fight, where you'd seen Squall and Zeph and Mime finish off the giant stone golem you guys had seen appear, and out of the pillar of stone in the middle of the monolith. And after they'd killed him, ripped off his head, and carved out his heart, the townspeople cheered everybody on. While they were doing that, though, you guys, Thea, you tripped over some of the corpses that you were trying to run away from the stone golem on, and Gunther came over to kind of comfort you, and then you were comforting him, and then Idril, you were kind of like fighting back and forth with Zabib's specter, like, go away! Why are you still here? You're dead! Pretty much.
Forgot about that. Bring out your dad. Not dead yet.
And then, you guys were getting cheered on by the town, like I was saying, and joined in some celebrations with Shia, who had gathered everybody there to the spot to watch the victorious death of the stone golem, and upon his demise and the cheering that ensued, Shia laid out an amazing song she hadn't come up with, but I didn't know if you'd worked on that any, so I was just gonna let that lie. Of what
I definitely, I did.
You did,
but I can't remember it right
now. That's understandable.
Write it down.
Yeah, I like came up with it when I was driving, and I was like, "That's really catchy. I can remember it."
I know how.
I
definitely know how that goes. I'll find myself just like repeating a phrase for the entire drive until I get to where I go, just to remember what the fuck I was trying to do. But beyond the jubilations that you guys experienced with the rest of the town, you decided that it had been a long day after clearing out the inside of the cave to, I think you'd had a rest before that? I don't think so. No, because you guys cleared out the rest of the cave after the Mev fights, the dust Mev fights, and saw the burning tree, and then you were fighting stone golems and crap at the monolith. So, decided to make it a bit of an early night after getting some free beers from Tiddlywinks, the bar in the newly renamed Titty Sprinkles, and the well, not really innkeeper, more or less still a restaurant bar owner, as he proclaimed, offered you some beds that he had upstairs in the attic. And Idril and Thea, you guys are just waking up in said beds.
Okay, so I saw all the stuff though, all the shit that went down. I saw the stone golem in the celebration.
Yep.
Like Thea saw that. Okay. Okay, so I don't need to be like, Thea doesn't need to be caught up on anything. I just need to.
Yeah. Just Cassidy.
Move myself from this room. Okay, cool.
And Idril, or rather Bree, because I know that, like I had said, Bree, you jumped on for a hot second, but didn't know everything that was going on still.
Right.
I'm gonna communicate to the rest of the group via that thingy, and
Now recording.
Fucking Craig.
I'm just gonna say, Craig, you suck, and so I just woke up in my room. Are you guys awake? Are you eating breakfast? Where's everyone at?
Morning.
Over and out. I don't know. Is it morning?
Oh, we gotta go. We have to go now. Let me remember Shia's voice. The city of Gargant is being completely taken over, and if we don't go right at this moment, we're going to completely lose my hometown. And y'all are just eating.
Where are you at?
So
where are you at? Over and out.
we're downstairs. Downstairs! Get downstairs now!
I take my time. But yeah, I'll go downstairs though.
So I'm assuming Idril just overhears all this.
I was in the wrong game. Oops.
Gab did that last week.
Were you on a pirate ship?
No, I was in a sewer.
Idril, you had overheard at least what, because they weren't talking like a speakerphone situation. You overheard Thea, and then you may have probably heard some yells from down below you, but they were just garbled under the floor sounds. I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Gonna turn to Sabib. I'll be like, hey, what do you want?
I kind of want to live now. You guys saved me from suicide, but you keep telling me that I'm dead.
That's because you are dead.
Oh, but I don't really want to be.
Well, nobody wants to be dead.
Well, some people do. I can assure you, I was one of them.
True. You're not wrong.
He kind of chuckles. Well, in that case, I mean, what do we do now? Only you can see me, it appears.
Well, how about you just tag along, help me out, and when I become a god, I can resurrect you.
You're becoming a god? That sounds awesome. I'm down.
That's the goal.
Zenith wasn't really doing much for me anyways. I mean, she wanted me to sacrifice myself, I thought, but then she came by and said, not. I don't know. My faith is very much in question as is, so maybe that's what I need, a new god.
Maybe. I shall be your god if you stick with me.
So what are you doing up there otherwise, Idril?
So I am going to like slowly. I guess I'm just going to like slowly make my way downstairs with, I'm assuming, Zabib in tow.
You guys are all downstairs now.
It's raining.
I don't know how it rains inside of a house, but I also don't know how to make it not rain inside of a house. So.
You know what?
That's fine. Video games.
It's
have been
raining men. Hallelujah! It's raining men.
I saw an interesting video about I can't remember the band's name, but the song's called "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor," and the thing was like, is that
I know
just
exactly what song you're talking about.
hell yeah? And the thing was, it's like, is that just the same song, just through a different perspective of the same day? I was like, oh man,
That's pretty funny.
those are the questions that need to be asked.
I believe Drowning Pool is the name of the band that does that song.
That sounds about right.
Oh shit, that's wonderfully terrible, and I love it.
It's the good stuff.
All right, so we good? Can we go?
Where are we going, Shia?
To Gargant.
Actual Gargant. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are the people here safe now?
I would assume so. I mean, we removed all the portals, and their water has the boon in it. So I would say we're
What
good to
about
go.
their giant tree that disappeared? I'm pretty concerned about that.
Can you fill me in, Cass?
Tree that was to the south, that
It's gone now.
their like life-giving tree that they all worshipped or whatever, that just disappeared. I don't think we solved it.
No, we didn't. We went up and saw that it was destroyed and then came down and helped with the ruins, and that was about it. And then came in here.
There, if your situation in Gargant is urgent, then we should go there. But
I mean, people are dying currently, so I mean, I would say yes. Unless this tree is, I would love to come back to this tree, but we're about to lose a town.
okay, let's go. But I think the tree is a larger, more important. I think the tree is bigger than just a tree, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you, but we just need to put this water. We just need to put the boon in the water. Like it shouldn't be too long. Like I think that we should help the people and then come back to the tree. Unless you think that maybe the tree's the reason why the badness is happening.
Can't know anything for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if some things were interconnected here. But as long as you promise we can come back to the tree, I'm fine to go.
I mean, Thea and I aren't the only ones. What do you guys think?
I'm down for basically with the party. Like with majority rules is how I am going to go about it.
Well, the party is right now 2 people.
Yeah, I mean,
asking.
if your city needs saving, then let's go save your city, and then we have to come through here to get back to Adune anyways.
Plus, the bright side of a tree is probably not going to go anywhere.
Well,
Well, it has gone
disappeared.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it won't when we come back.
Well, okay, so the real thing, the real question that we're asking is, do we think that this tree is the reason why, like, if we go and solve the tree puzzle, that everyone will magically get better? You know, like, should we go and put this Band-Aid on, or let's put the Band-Aid on first and then maybe figure out the problem?
The Band-Aid
I
doesn't sound
I
bad,
think
but
that's our best.
well, what about the people of Gargant? Like, if we...
No, that's the Band-Aid.
That's just the Band-Aid? I thought the tree was the Band-Aid. That's my bad.
No,
Why you
the
guys?
tree's the problem, the potential problem.
Make a medicine check. No, just kidding.
Oh, yeah.
While you guys are chatting, the cook over here seems to be preparing more food, but leans over and stops his chopping to say basically, I can't help but hear the conversation, as there isn't anything else going on here either right now, and I'm pretty sleep deprived. So if I don't pay attention to something, I'm going to chop my arm off. But just so you know, Gargant is about a 3 days heavy ride north. The tree is right here, though. I wanted to just put my 2 cents in because I've literally have nothing else to think about right now.
Okay. All right. All right, chef. All right. All right, I hear you. Can we get someone to ride out to Gargant with this vial and put it in as many water supplies as possible?
Oh, I think, and right as you're kind of finishing that that thought out loud, one of the guards from the mayor not really bursts, but he definitely steps in brusquely and looks around like, oh, obviously noting you guys are in the mayor's seat, you know, like he was just going to walk in and sit down, but people are here, and he goes, oh, wait, let's go back route, this way, and they kind of scooch around you guys over to the table over here with the guards and the mayor that walks by, and as he's walking in, I think that's actually the gentleman you want to talk to about such things. And Horse goes, ah, yes, Miss Gargant, as he's walking by. He's looking at your food hungrily, too.
And she slides over some.
And he starts just chowing down on, I forget what said you guys were eating. So that was last session. And my brain is not there. Definitely some fruits and vegetables and such, but also, I don't remember.
Potatoes?
Probably potatoes. I like potatoes. Yeah, and he just starts chowing down. He's like, oh, what seems to be the... And his rotund form is kind of brushing up against the table, jostling it slightly, in his excited state.
And this is Mayor Horse.
Yep.
Mayor, we need a small caravan to ride out and distribute this potion onto the water to heal as many people as they can, while our team goes and investigates.
And he's like in between. In between bites, he's. I mean, you could use my my messenger bird, and yeah.
I'm like super disturbed by these noises, John. Like. Is he going down on this potato? Like, Jesus.
He finishes up and he, that was delicious. Yet another good meal, Brian. And I can't remember if that's his actual name or not. I was just kind of throwing a name out there.
I think it is Brian, because I remember making a Adventure Zone reference to Brian.
And Brian says, "Of course, Mayor Horst. Anything for the town." And Horst goes, "Well, the messenger bird that I have is pretty excellent in commands. Even I've had him since I was a small child. He can distribute whatever you need. I mean, he can even directly. It sounds like you have something. I was catching something in between the bites of not just a note, something more specific."
Hats off. Player to DM is, if our group was to split up and do like a give me a second, my thought will come back to me. We'll do like a stealth mission to get to Gargant. Well, I mean, but I feel like the tree thing is going to be a really big issue. So we might need all the peeps.
I mean, I know why you're trying to go to hats off, but I think these are definitely still things that the mayor can help you solve, if that's what you're trying. If you're trying to figure out.
Okay.
Because if you don't want to, so he goes on and basically along those lines. You're asking. I would probably say, like, you turned to everybody else and said, basically, you guys, what do we do here? You know, maybe we could go north. And the mayor's like, well, even more specifically, I mean, I can get messengers to the north beyond the bird itself. The bird will just travel faster, as a horse only takes 3 days. A bird will take a solid day of flight, nonstop, and my bird is well rested. It will make it there and distribute the healing. It seems like you've been able to acquire for titty sprinkles. That'll take me a minute.
We'll grab it.
But I would also want to advise you, the Rum Rollers. There is someone near that could probably help you with your quests. He's probably about a half a day to a day's ride north. A half a day if you take the pass, and a full day if you take the road. Actually, half a day if you take the road, and a full day if you take the pass. But the pass is a little bit safer. I've heard tell of bandits from some merchants that just came into town. They're just over with the farmers now, settling in. You could probably make it to them if you had any other questions about the road up in. And he points directly to the opposite wall. They're over there, but the pass that if you were to take the mountain pass, is up towards this direction. He points to the opposite wall, off to the east and then to the west.
So that and if I caught that correctly, that's to see this guy, to talk about the tree.
Yeah, he's able to understand such magical things. He'd had some other disciples come to the town to. I think they were worshiping the tree. I really don't understand much about religion, to be completely frank with you, Miss Gargant. And I don't give two shits as long as my people are fed and they are happy.
Is this by chance the priest that we? I think I believe I told you that if these priests came in, Mayor Horse, to let us know.
Oh, no. These are the ones that came through and would come to the tree to bring its blessings and to upon themselves, as well as just worship the tree in general. They've been coming for some time. They haven't They're generally just pilgrims on a journey through town, and stop at the tree. The ones that I was talking of, that what was it? Nadir. They worship Nadir. They've come from some far off lands. I think the capitals actually turned them away in a few occasions, and it seems from these merchants that your father was trying to turn them away repeatedly from from your town of Gargant, and they were completely fine with who they worshipped, but they did not like that, so they brought an armed force to harass the town, it seems. And
well, I can see why he turned them away.
And they've besieged the town, and done much damage to the fields around there, it seems, and they're all locked inside the walls, but that's all the merchants could tell me from where they were just over the hill before coming into Gargant and turning around to come to Tiddlywinks to peddle their wares along the road.
These tree worshippers, do they have powers?
None that I'd noticed, but they did walk with a very light step and a light heart, to what I could tell.
Can you tell us the name of their leader or any more about them?
Oh, yeah. So, the gentleman that I was referring to, he's at the top of the mountain, of the tallest mountains in the pass here down to Tiddlywinks, and Tiddy Sprinkles, correction. That is still gonna take me a minute. He's kind of a recluse. Most refer to him only as the Hermit, actually. And he spends all of his days at the top of this mountain.
I mean, I don't see what would be wrong about doing this, because it's also on the way to Gargant. So are we in agreement to head down this way?
Towards the hermit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
Go
be down
talk
see
to
him,
him
man.
and then go from there about whether we should take care of the tree or Gargant first.
Now, did I misunderstand? Is there a message that I should be sending to Gargant? Miss Gargant?
I mean, if the message, if you have a vial, a very small vial, and if your bird can, carry that to Gargant's water supply and drop it in, I think that would be amazing.
I think Kurf can handle that. He's got a pretty keen eye. And a quicker wit than some of the lot around town that I know, says offhandedly, looking over at one of his guards that are sitting at the table just kind of staring at each other.
Do you give him some of the water?
I mean, yeah.
I know
I work with... What?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I know you have some, and I know that Mime had some. And that.
But I don't want to give him the whole...
And it looks like, I'm just looking back at the chat in Astral, Mime had poured a bit of it into Zeph's urn of never-ending water.
That was like, as we were ending, that was like the last thing we were trying to do.
I completely forgot about that, honestly. I don't know if I don't know, I think I was stuttering out at that point, but basically what would happen from that is when she dropped an ounce of that blue liquid from the goddess into your urn, the effervescence that came when you had dropped it into the well permeates through the entire tavern, and the liquid does turn to what you can tell, the bubbling blue liquid of the goddess.
Okay, so then why don't you save yours that you have, Shia, or if you want to give him all that you have, and then we have this in the urn now.
Yeah, but I mean, I would just like, for security reasons, I would like to have more than one location for this because it seems pretty valuable. But if there is and she kind of points to the chef, do you have any sort of smaller, glasses or a corked vial that we could, or a little pouch maybe, like if we could, maybe I have my money pouch. I could put the water in, and that's something that like it could, whenever she's holding it, that like it's tight, but then whenever she drops it in the water, it'll disperse. So I do that. I empty one of my money pouches into the other one, so now it has double, and then I fill the money pouch with liquid, tie it tight, and I give it to the mayor.
Okay, I'm assuming you're talking this out loud too. So you're about to pour the liquid into the pouch. Does anybody do anything? Because the cook, when we were talking to the cook, kind of just stood there like, That was some impressive thought there, Ms. Gargant.
As well, no one else seemed to be doing anything, so. And she was kind of like looking at the cook because she kind of like said like to get a vial like multiple times.
And he was kind
no one knows what a vial is.
He was looking around, he was looking around like he was trying to find what you're looking for, but he does finish off after the fact. I'm sorry, there isn't much of a glass worker in town. We mainly work in wood. We've got a blacksmith, and a leather worker, as you've already met.
That's obviously no problems. It's been handled. Alrighty, so that's been handled, and now we head to the guy in the mountains.
Yes.
Mime can ride on Gunther. That seems like an appropriate size animal.
Yeah.
So do we need to get mounts? I mean, I'm my own mount, I guess, but does everyone else need to get one? Or are we walking there?
Weren't we gonna get horses from the stables?
So Horst is like, wait, I don't think you've understand entirely what I was trying to explain. Here's and he hands a map. Look in your handouts out to you guys.
Are there multiple maps, or?
You're talking to the titty sprinkles to Gargant. I think it's the last one.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the right one. I'm going back to it now too myself to make sure. And you can make that a lot bigger if you open it in a side window, and then just make it like a full window for a second. And it should re-resolution so that you can see what I'm talking about, because he starts pointing at the map, and it is one map that he's handing out, but you guys can all kind of reference it, I assume. We're down here, and he points, and he kind of I've already got this drawn up from one of the merchants. They seem to be pretty handy with a map. We're down here in Titty Sprinkles. There's your boat. You can kind of see I got him to draw that into. The burnt tree is right next to that. And then our town. There's a path that leads up north. And it goes through some of the lowlands and the foothills of the main mountains. And then it goes to Wolfbane Pass. At Wolfbane Pass, there's going to be a very evident blockade, which has protected us mostly from some of these individuals. They've turned away there just for security reasons down to this portion in the farmlands that we have here. But in and or next to Wolfbane Pass, there's a path up the mountain, or you can take a slightly safer path through off of the path, if you will, through the mountains to the left, and straight up to the hermit in the mountains, without going through the main road to Wolfbane Pass.
And that path is shorter.
The path is quicker, especially with mounts, and this is something that I wanted to explain. The mountain pass will not allow for mounts, and is probably about the same amount of time, oddly. I don't know what it is. There's some sort of time warp, don't ask me. And you end up getting to the top of the Hermit's Mountain quicker than you would if you were to travel... just about the same time, honestly, as if you were to travel the road with mounts.
Okay, wait. I feel like I heard two separate things that were somehow the same.
Sure.
So we cannot use mounts on the mountain path, but it is shorter.
Yes.
Correct. Okay.
But it's also...
All right. More dangerous.
What I'd said was, could be quicker to go the path up the side there, is what he was saying. But it's not as safe because the road isn't well guarded. The Wolfbane Pass protects most of this area though, so it shouldn't be too bad with bandits this time of year. Basically.
Well, not for some experience points. You guys want to go that way? The mountain pass?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if it's quicker and
think-
easier, let's go that way.
It's quicker, but it's harder because there's more danger,
Oh,
right?
The mountain pass is less
Yeah.
danger.
Less danger. Well then, yes, let's go that way.
Mare Horse. I
Yeah.
see that you have an enormous tentacle monster on your map. Can you tell us anything about that?
Oh, that was reported by one of the loggers after seeing you guys run towards him. He'd gone to check on your boat over there, and it talked to him and told him about some crazy sea monsters over there. That was a weird situation, telling me a boat talked to him. I think he's still on some of those awesome mushrooms we got in the woods, but...
Well, if boats could talk, I'm sure they would talk about the sea monsters.
That is a fair point, Miss Gargant.
Hey.
Okay, just
What
curious.
is with the giant void in the middle of the map?
Yes, that is a more recent propagation from the merchants. They tell me as well, there seems to be an ever-growing expanse void in the center of Gargantium. And no one really understands why. Just a giant cleft.
And there's also a mountain, a pit of despair in Gargant.
Oh, those are the affectations from the artist to give them some liberties. They were trying to show Gargant as being destroyed. But
Ooh.
their verbal account of the matter wasn't that it's completely destroyed, is rather that they're besieged, and no one is allowed in or out of the city. And that the fields around Gargant that had supplied him with such prosperous areas, all you know what kind of crops they yielded there and what made them so prosperous. You are of Gargant, so I don't need to wax poetic about it to you.
I feel like this map maker is like being an artist, and he takes his cigarette and it like burns a hole and goes, "This field's gone." Then this field's gone. And he takes this thing and like scribbles up Gargant. Fucking gone. No one knows where it is. So it just makes me think of.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
There was also accounts from the merchants after I told them of this beast assaulting Gargant as well, but I wouldn't put much stock in it.
Okay. Well, every bit of Shia wants to run as fast to Gargant. What if we get on our okay, what's her name? What if we get on our boat? And wouldn't that be faster to go to Gargant? Shia is really pushing to go to Gargant because basically she just found out that her whole family life is under siege or maybe destroyed, and
Right,
she feels
but
that she
we
needs
have
to help.
backtrack to the boat. I think we might lose time if we do that.
And we'd have
Right.
to go like to the right and around because I don't think we want to come across that sea monster again.
And it would take, and horse times in, and if you're trying to avoid the sea monster, it would definitely take more time. By some other sailors' accounts that the merchants had talked to, I guess they were taking port farther away, and that's actually some of the reasons they've come down to the southern parts of Gargantium. Another reason, anyways.
Okay. Well, Mountain Pass is obviously the only place we go. So let's go.
Okay.
Yes.
And thank you, Mayor Horse. And we need to get going. If you understand our urgency.
Absolutely, and he taps his pape and orders off to Brian, saying, I'll take another of your finest breakfast. Full breakfast here. And he slams the table.
But we're not taking mounts, correct?
If we're taking the mountain pass, we can't take mounts. But I might wild shape into something faster anyway. No, it's fine. That wouldn't help anyone. Okay.
You turn into a giant ape. We all get on your back.
Giant eagle.
And then she starts a supply chain, carrying food, dropping it off to people.
Could be a giant goat. I don't know how we feel about that.
That might be it. That might be good.
According to... Go ahead.
I have decent walking. I have 40. My speed's 40 feet.
I can fly 50 feet.
According to this, I always keep like a monster or like beast by challenge rating thing up. And according to this, I can turn into gray ooze. I don't know what that means, but it sounds fun. Okay. We go.
It is a pretty fun thing. If you look up any of the lore on it, it's a pretty fun creature.
Gray ooze.
You guys are going real fast. So fast I can't even see it on my screen. Oh, Squall's moved. Down by the cook. Were you going to do anything? Or are you just looking for the way out?
No, I've just been chilling there. I'm moving now.
Oh, okay.
I start sprinting.
Trying to figure out where this path is. Are we allowed to go this way, Josh?
The map is there. You can go whichever way you want.
Alright. Calm down, bud. Calm down. Bye. Say something.
Do we want to try and be stealthy? Because I can make that happen. If we're not concerned about it, then I won't worry about it.
I wouldn't worry about it. He said it wasn't safety wasn't our concern with this pathway.
I think I've
Ow.
lost everybody.
Yeah, everybody runs different directions. But it does look like Zeph and Squall, you guys are both in, and it looks like Shia, you've made it a bit more north to the northwest, or east, as opposed to the north west that the you're kind of noticing just by the position of the sun now. You've traveled far more west than what was on the map, but you're looking at and around you. This is a farm area that starts the path, the well-trod path straight, that if you would have taken your mounts would be quick straight to, and there is a sign just past these farmers' huts and around here that you guys are standing around, as well as there you do notice a blacksmith over here that's chiming away with some smoke puffing out the top to the south west, it looks like, from everybody's position, except for Thea. It's just to your
My map
north,
is all messed up.
northeast.
I can't see where anything is. Like, you remember that one time when Bree's map was all black? Mine is like that right now. So
Oh, no.
I can't really see.
Mine's doing
So
alright
I don't
tonight.
mean to be completely away from everyone. I just can't see where anyone is.
Looks like Zeph has moved completely away too, towards
Yeah, well,
more
'cause
towards. You're realizing you were going more towards the direction you needed to with the positioning of the sun and such, but it is more south
Just coming.
or west there. I can also
Wait.
drag and drop you guys over to where you're headed, but I was figuring you guys wanted to explore Titty Sprinkles some more before, if you're going up this way, because this is the farming area that the mayor was talking about, where the merchants are over here. Oh crap, I clicked on one of the things. Like over in this direction. This is you see two carts that have been pulled into town. One's got a woman brushing down a horse, and another one's got the horse off of the carriage and is drinking. The horse is drinking water while she's brushing it over here, and there's a man kind of standing, watching, smoking a pipe, while the women are doing that you can see.
So it is over towards me that we were wanting to go, correct?
That, yeah, you recognize that
Okay.
as the direction on the map of where you're supposed to be headed.
Okay.
But
Let me come back here and get everybody. So it's this way.
Jesus. I'm confused.
Can
It's back by the runes that we like, or the circle for Zenith that we destroyed. Where we fought everybody.
Wait. That's south west.
Yeah, but
isn't it?
it
southwest
looks
from
like
where
it
you
goes
are, yes.
west, but then it hooks up is what it looks like to me.
And you're if you want to, you can roll a memory, but I would tell you just from your strained expression there, your efforts has gained you that the mayor was pointing west for up the mountain path.
Gosh, am I heading in the right direction?
Where did you go now? I see Gunther. He's moving in the right direction. Oh, yeah, but you're at the horse stable now, is where you're standing currently. And you remember that just behind the horse stable in this direction is the monolith. There you go. Looks like you're... Idril, are you lost now too?
Yeah, a little bit.
Or did you want to talk to anybody over here? Where'd you go?
In a field of cabbage.
A field of cabbage.
My cabbages.
You've gone too far north. If you're in the cabbages, go
I'm
south,
coming.
and
Yep.
Coming down south again.
so we just need to stay west then. In this map, it's not really north.
This way, it looks like it's all fog.
That is actually, you notice some lower boulders building up around you, and a pathway in between them of snow that's seems to have rolled out, and the steam that you're seeing is actually from the air getting cooler from where you were before, as you made it more west over to the bottom of these mountains here, and the water that's in the region as well, that's pretty cold, you can tell, running down from the mountaintops.
Oh, do we have to go across the bridge?
Yes.
Yeah. Found you guys.
Good thing you guys have those necklaces.
Well, I found Thea.
Is your map still black?
Or are you good?
Yeah, parts of it are, but I knew where like the zenith thing was, so I just went over there.
Squall, did you give up, or are you completely lost? Or maybe he's taking a pee? Oh, I see Zeph's BRB too. And Squall. I see Squalls now.
They're taking a group pee. It's romantic.
One uses the shower, one uses the bath, the toilet. Hopefully he's being a gentleman and letting her use the toilet. I'm gonna say you guys have all made it. Hooray! To the bottom of the path. And up to the steepening mountain cliff face that this path seems to be slightly carved into. Well, more than slightly, because the tops of such are about 10 feet here and seem to be growing as you wander up the path. And the air does get cooler as you go, and brisker. And you wonder if you should have brought a cloak.
Maybe share how the cloak. Unless that's.
Ooh, snow.
I'm gonna wild shape into a wolf for like cold reasons and to be just a little faster.
I think I did find that you can do that yourself if you go into your character thing, and if you're quicker than me, because I'm still dropping people. I think I got Shia, I got Squall, I got Guntha, I need Idril. There we go, and Zeph. And Shia, you realize when you get to about there that it is a solid rock wall and the path seems to have ended almost, and there are marks in the wall as if stuff and people have used climbing implements to get past this part of the path.
Everyone have climbing gear.
Oh.
I do not. I can fly.
Shia looks to Thea and goes, "Wish you weren't a wolf. Wish you, didn't turn yourself into a wolf yet."
And as you do the wild shape, you hear, with your keener senses, a in the background.
What do I hear?
I hear
A wolf howl.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna fight some puppies.
And you recognize that it is a in your nude form to nude. Yeah, I meant new.
And nude.
Yeah, I guess so. That it is a cry of hunting. That there is a pack out hunting. Oh, that's what it is.
Can I
Is there a particular
sense
form
where they are?
that you like, color that you were looking for?
No.
Okay.
Can I sense a direction? Or is
Um,
it just like straight in front of us?
The howl that you heard was to the right, above the walls of, somehow above the walls of this path, in the various rock formations that are forming up the jagged edges of this cliff that she is standing at the base of.
I'm going to attempt to just ow a warning howl at I mean Cassidy doesn't speak wolf, but I'm gonna try and make a warning howl.
What are you imbuing into it? Like, what's the meaning behind your howl, I guess?
Okay, I'm howling at wolves in the distance, and I want to make it clear that, like, this is my territory. So I guess kind of intimidation. Like, I don't want them to come over here.
Okay. Roll intimidation.
Hmm. Five.
Squall. How high are you hovering right now?
I'm back. Sorry.
Well, right now, I'm probably about just 5-6 feet in the air when I don't really specify anything.
Okay. As you heard that howl, though, Thea, you just hear multiples resounding around you, just echoing off the cliff face, and you've lost track of how many there are that are coming in, and you can tell they're coming in now with the same hunting cry.
Can everyone else hear it now too?
It is getting towards everyone else's senses now as they get a little bit closer. Just
Can I insert a while this is happening, Shia is doing so can she look for she's gonna look around her and look for any type of like pointed edge just where she's at right now. Does she see any, Josh?
yes, there's not like a sharp point, not like to the point where if you were to, it'd probably penetrate. They're probably only like 3-inch, but there's some handholds if that's what you're kind of looking for.
Okay. So Shia goes up to the kind of nearest point and is like kind of like looking at it and then goes and takes her ring of reasonable size off and goes and puts it on the rock and just tries to see The cliff face would shrink to reasonable size.
What?
So you take the ring off and put it on the cliff face?
Yeah.
The as you put it on the cliff face, there is a sense from the ring of almost confusion that you can tell.
Aw. Okay, I take it back. I was, I'm sorry. I thought it was funny. But so while this is going on, Shia wants to kind of like start climbing, but at the same time, like, so she has a dagger and she has a rope.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, I'd have to know the cliffside. Like, does she see if she ties the dagger onto the rope and if she throws it? Do you think, like, does she see a place that she could, like, stick the dagger in?
Is there how long?
Or is there something up there that she can throw the rope over to kind of create a climbing assistance?
How long is the rope?
It's 50. Give me a second.
So you're looking at
50 feet.
That's what I thought. That's the normal size. I just wanted to make sure you hadn't cut it or anything. I know that tends to happen. But if you're looking up right around here, that's about 20 feet.
Oh, I have 3 50-foot ropes.
Nice. Right around here is about 20 some feet, and it looks like there's a ledge at about that height that you could probably... And there's some points at the ends of the ledge there, and there's one over here that's maybe about the same height, maybe about 5 feet higher. It's hard to tell from your angle. But as soon as you are swinging the rope, I would say that the howls have encroached even closer to the tops of these. And I'm trying to get him here. You just... see 2 wolves pounce on top of these rocks and just stand there with their howling faces turned towards you guys and breathe a cone in this direction across Zeph and Idril. Squall, stop moving.
Oh, Jesus.
Stop trying to run away. I see where you were. And a cone... so this one's actually kind of like somewhere in there, but it was here. I put it here. He breezed one towards Squall basically, and Idril again. This one was probably aiming towards Thea, which honestly he can smell, and Gunther. But
I'm smelly.
So the first one is a... You've got them, both of them, everyone make a dexterity saving throw and an initiative, basically. Except for, I don't think, Shia, you were involved with the cone situation there.
Okay. So, can I also put, like, story? So she is, like, thinking, like, these wolves are coming, I'm gonna climb up this cliff. And so she's, like, getting the rope, and she's, like, doing her calculations, she's, like, swinging, and then, like, she feels wind kind of go, and she looks back to see these wolves blowing like an ice cone. She goes, ah, fuck, and like throws the rope over her, and like turns around like, well, we can't climb from these motherfuckers because they got some powers and shit, and we gotta deal with it, so here we go.
So yeah.
So I start, like tying my rope back up and putting it back in its pouch while this is going down. Where's my... Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
You're all right. I think we're still getting the initiative order here. So... Right.
Eat.
Idril, you got a 9. Doesn't look like it's updating everyone's here. 21. Dang, that's a good one for you there, Thea.
For Gunther, yeah. I got an 8, though.
Oh. Squall 16. I'm not seeing Zeph's. Is it up farther? Did I miss yours?
Right, I got a 14.
Oh, I see it 14. Okay. There's some extra people in this still. Okay. Wow, those winter wolves blew their shot, and then they're in the back. So the dexterity saving throws, you had to beat a 12. I see Zeph, you were like, I knew these fuckers were coming, and kind of duck down as some of the major blast goes over your head, but you still do feel a bit of the chill, and you take 10 damage.
Ooh.
Oh, that would be from this guy, I guess, here, where he's here, like that. I should get these situated right so that it makes sense, because it's like this. Because that second one doesn't hit you, it's just the first one. And then... ...21 dex, Thea.
I wasn't sure, though, if Gunther was in that cone.
Let me reread
If
this.
so, he failed, I think.
5, 10, 15, 5... I think he is just slightly though, but yes, he would. And he took 8, or what's half of 17? 7.5. No, 8.5. So 8. Yeah. And you would have taken 8 as well if you didn't save, but no, you did. You did. So he took 17. Sorry, and you took 8. I was being confusing. Because the total was 17, and so if you failed your save, Idril and Squall, I don't see...
How do you feel about getting Klondike?
Oh, I see a 22 dex save, so you take the half damage. Squall with 10. Idril,
Yes,
did you roll a dex save for me too, or did I miss it?
I did. It's a 9.
Where did my dice go?
Oh, the dex save was a 9. I put that in as a...
My initiative was a 7.
Yeah, I flip-flopped those. There we go. And I totally...
I mean, they both suck, so.
And...
Would me and Idril have been hit because it's a 15-foot cone?
5, 10, 15. No, you guys are good, actually. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, you're good. Never mind. Zeph and Idril, you're fine. My brain is just really struggling to figure out these cones when I'm looking at it, because what it does is it increases by 1 square each time as it goes out, and it starts as a 5 and goes out to a 15.
Yeah, cone damage is weird.
Yeah. So you guys are good, Zeph and Idril. You didn't take any damage, but Squall, you did take 10. You were fluttering about, and the wolf come over, and you're like, oh, frick! And you try to go down below it, like the rest of everyone else was, and it just clips your wings and blusters you to the ground a little bit. You're still in the air, but you're basically on the ground, if that makes any sense to you.
What was the dex we had to beat?
12.
I got
So-
a 22.
You took half damage. The reason
Oh, okay.
Zeph and Idril skipped out on it is because they were out of range.
Gotcha. Alright. Okay. Let me,
But then it would be Gunther who goes first with a 21.
Oh. How far up is this cliff with the wolf on it?
They've bounded over top of the very top. So as they'd gone over to the other side, they're sitting at about 5 to 10 feet, depending, in various, like, because it's not all one height. right there. You know, it's increasing in height to the top of it, which is a solid 15 feet above you.
So if I move 1 square like this, he's not able to bite the wolf.
No, it'd have to be 1 more square, because then he would have to kind of reach up. This is what's that word I'm looking for? Not unstable terrain, but
Difficult.
difficult. Is that what? I know there's different words for it.
Yeah, difficult terrain. You get your movement typically goes down by half.
Yep.
Okay.
Unless you can.
Well, I'm just gonna get as close as I need to bite attack the wolf. Um, 14 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, it's a big 2 points of damage.
You're gonna be oh, I need to turn those on still.
Unfortunate.
I'll just describe a little bit while I'm putting the health bars on, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Gunther bounds up there. Oh my gosh, Gunther, you should be healed too. Took a long rest. Everyone took a long rest.
He just got hit by the blast.
Oh, that's from the blast. Oh dear. So Gunther bounds up and goes to nip at him, like actually goes straight for the kill, honestly. And the wolf kind of pulls back slightly and just kind of Gunther just nips his neck and the fur there, and just kind of pulls some of the fur out in his mouth.
And he's also gonna teleport because health. I guess over next to Shia. He's gonna blink. And that is his turn.
Then it is for some reason it keeps trying to close my initiative. Squall.
Alrighty. I'm going to fly 30 feet up in the air. And let's see here. I'm going to take aim with Eldritch Blast, but I'm going to direct one beam at... No, I'm going to direct both beams at the wolf that's to my left. So, first one does not hit. That was a nat 1.
Ooh, you got 7. That's right. I forgot about that.
16 for the second beam.
Oh, that hits.
Alrighty. 9 damage.
Oh, we gotta go to this guy here. That's how much that did.
Well, not bad, not bad.
You want me to describe it?
Yes, please.
So you, still gathering your wits after being blasted with this burst of chilly air, felt like it's straight out the ass of Santa Claus or something. You flutter up and you get back your bearings and you squall as you're doing so, and the first blast just some of the rock away, and then the second one hits him straight in the across the back and gives him a reverse mohawk, basically.
I like it.
Then it would be Zeph's if you're done.
I am done.
Okay, so
It's going to take me a minute to get used to that new character token, by the way. Look cool. Though. But it's I loaded on and I was like, wait, where's Zeph? Wait, she's not upstairs. She's not downstairs. Oh, wait, she is downstairs.
I was playing around with Hero Forge.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
Okay, so how far up above us are these wolves?
The one that Squall just attacked is probably about, the top of its head is about 10 feet. This one here, up towards Thea, is probably more at 5 feet.
Okay.
But you can
And
see
our movement's
their,
halved, right?
your movement, or their movement, or what was the question?
Is our movement halved? Is this, like, rough terrain?
Just if you're on top and or trying to get on top.
Okay.
Because you have to kind of, like, climb to get up. And you're on unsteady footing as you're trying to walk across it, basically, to try and get to the
Okay,
different...
I'm gonna try and move to this wolf over here.
Okay, you're there, so 5, 10, 15, yeah. What, your movement's 40? You're good. That's the top of your movement right there.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to attack it with my quarterstaff.
Mm-hmm.
13 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay. Oh no, I rolled the wrong damage. Hold on. That was for the dick. 10 damage. A little bit better. Well, for that. And then as I hit him, I'm gonna use a key point to do stunning strike. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw. And it has to beat an 11.
18.
Okay.
It's weird.
Well, then it's not stunned. And then I'm going to use another key point to do Flurry of Blows. And it'll be 14 for the first one.
That is.
And that'd be 9 damage. And then 10 for the next one, which I think misses, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then that'll end my turn.
You want to describe it? I'm going to put it
Oh,
in...
no, you can.
Okay. I had to do some math. So I was keeping track of what you said, and that was a total of 19, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what that did. And you swing your staff in, going for its head, and it kind of just turns its shoulder, so you whack it across its shoulder and burn a little bit of its flesh with the radiance, and then come up as it had been dodging you with an uppercut right under its jaw, basically, and are standing there ready. You didn't swing with the other staff. You just did the 2 blows, and then the final blow.
Yeah.
As you come back around, you tried to go, oh yeah, roundhouse kick, and you spun around and went straight for the head that just got uppercut, and you thought it was dazed, but you miscalculated, and your foot sails just before its nose.
Okay. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Shia? Maybe?
Hi.
Yes, sorry. I was stopping Zelda from tipping over my water.
No worries. I completely understand. I just seen that you went off screen for a second as I was calling you, so I was like, maybe?
Yeah. Alrighty, so she is, I guess, the wolf that is closer to her. She's gonna turn and 5, 10, 15. No, 5 by 30. Yeah, that works. Alright, she's gonna do breath weapon. And it needs to do a dex save.
Is that a cone attack too? I'm trying to remember.
No.
Oh.
It's a 5 by 30 foot line.
Line? Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so my thought is oh, nope. That's not what I want to do.
6.
Yeah, she fails.
Was it
She now takes it 14. Was what she had to beat.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the wolf fails. I got you.
Yep. 2d6.
I thought you were saying Shia failed, and I was like, what?
No, sorry. 9 points of damage.
That's how much that did?
And as a bonus action, I am going to sing Zeph some inspiration, and she now has a 1d8 inspiration die.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Have we heard Zeph's song?
Let me go find it.
Oh, no worries. I was just wondering.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not feeling the greatest right now.
Hey,
Finally.
hey, no, I can understand. It's not easy. I'm playing, actually, Gab started another campaign that I was help play with on Sundays there, and I'm playing a bard, so I understand the struggles.
Yeah. Yeah.
But is your
I'll
breath,
sing it. Just give me a second.
your breath weapon is a lightning, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yes.
Okay. So you've seen how much damage it did. Do you want me to describe that, or do you want to?
You're welcome to describe that.
So you are finish up swinging and lay the rope across your shoulder just as Gunther teleports behind you, and you finish turning around basically to face the wolf, and you're like, "Fuck you!" and just shoot a lightning bolt straight from your mouth in fury and rage straight at the center mass of the wolf, and it seems to yay, but it doesn't seem to visibly do any damage. It's just it's like from the shock of it, literally.
Mm-hmm.
But then it would be Thea's turn, and
Okay.
Oh wait, I got it. I wish you would step back from Zeph, my friend.
right.
You could cut ties with all the lies that you've been living in, and if you do not want to be seen again, I would end your plan, 'cause she's gonna kill you with her hands. Kill you with her hands. That's Zeph's song.
I remember
Hell
now.
yeah.
I like it.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Did you just come with that with the, like, I'll put that on the spot?
A few games ago, I was in a song making mood where I did semi do that. So
Hell yeah. 10 out of 10.
thanks. Everyone has one. I think one of my favorites is Thea. is Stacy's mom. The sword has got it going on. Boom, boom. The sword has got it going on.
I don't think I've heard that one yet.
No, you haven't. There's a lot that you guys have not heard. I haven't sung any because we haven't been in battle. We've been walking around titty sprinkles, and I've literally missed almost every battle. So
I'm still a big fan of To the Window to the Squall.
yeah, that one's good. Mime has a good one too. It's really long, but yeah. Okay, that's it.
Oh yeah.
Consider yourself self-inspired. 1d8 inspired. Whoop, whoop.
Okay. We're all inspired. Wolf Thea is going to move up to Winterwolf 2. And because I'm a wolf, I have pack tactics, which means that I have advantage on my attack roll because Zeph is also in melee range of him. So that's cool. But I'm going to make a bite attack.
Oh.
16 to hit.
I was muted. Yes, that hits.
Okay. So 8 piercing damage from the bite, but he also has to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. DC 11.
Did you say 8?
I said 11, so yeah, he saved.
Oh no, I meant the damage was 8. I see there. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, so he's not knocked prone, but I'm gonna go up and try and bite him in the same spot Gunther did, but do like a little bit better job. And I'm gonna do that thing that dogs do where they shake because it's their instinct.
So you go in and you nip him even more than just ripping the fur out. You do get skin, but you also get a clump of fur in your mouth as you're
Oh yeah, all the noises are happening. And it would have been cool if he was knocked prone. That's a cool feature. But yeah, I'm gonna stay put here.
That is a pretty cool
Maybe I'll
feature.
move this way.
I wish I could do this all at once, but I was also saying, so because of the inspirationalness of she Gargant, everyone is inspired by that. So your die would have also had an added D8 for a damage if you want to do that.
Just roll a d8.
Yep, and then add it to your damage. And, unless you don't want to.
Wait, everyone's?
Everyone's inspired. Got a additional, but you don't have to use it right now. Is what I was going to say, Thea. Everyone was
1.
inspired.
What do you add it to?
You don't use it yet. This is the thing about inspiration dice is you get to choose.
Right, but what it?
You get to add it to your damage.
Oh, to damage.
Or
okay.
I think that's how it traditionally works. Yeah. Do you want to add it to that damage there, Thea?
I mean, I already rolled it, so I guess yes, but it was a 1.
Hey, 1 is better than none, right? As they say.
There's some truth behind that.
So I'll take your little status symbol off that I was trying to get that on everybody's before I could explain it too, but it's a little bit more of a pain in the butt than I thought it would be to get this freaking status symbol on there. Including yourself, Shia. Don't throw yourself out of your own inspiration. But then it would be Idril's turn. Maybe.
Can you hear me?
Yes. We
Oh,
hear you
okay.
real good.
All right. Ooh, now I'm echoing. So I'm gonna take out my longbow. Actually, I'm going to. Oh, I'm gonna cast that hunter's mark. Forget what it does. Oh, now I can do this. Of course. So I'm gonna cast hunter's mark on this wolf right here. Then I'm going to use my longbow to attack. 26 to hit,
That's a hit.
12 piercing, and
Okay.
then my colossal slayer, so 8 as well.
And do you want to use your inspiration?
Why the hell not?
Additional D8.
D8. 2.
That's how much that did.
Oi! Not very much.
That was 22 damage.
I'm gonna attack again. My extra attack.
Okay.
$27 to hit.
Oh yeah.
6 piercing. I just meant it's not much damage based on his like whole health bar.
Well, that's more up there to help you to describe it. You guys have got it almost down to half, so think of it like that. Glass is half empty.
Yeah.
So we got 6, you'd said? 2,
Yeah.
4.
An additional 6. Oh, and then I get to roll. So I have the Colossal Slayer. An extra 1.
30. That's how much that did. So a 7.
Alright.
Do you want to describe it, or do you want me to?
No, you can go for it.
Alright, so you ready your bow and you pull back the string and hear as the string sings and slaps on the other side, the arrow sinks deep into its flesh on its flank, and you just hear a solid, satisfying of it sinking almost feather deep, and then you also see the second one come in, and its feathers are sticking out of its right shoulder flank. It doesn't seem to have sunk very deep. You're guessing it hit bone, and you just hear it. Then it would be whoops. Ah, come on. Load, dang you. There we go. This one's turn that you just attacked. And it says pretty much, screw you guys, with another breath attack at you. It takes a step forward to get, and comes down, you know, just hops down from the ledge it was down to this little ledge here to get Squall and Idril in another breath attack that it just sails
fuck.
off.
I'm supposed to be dexterous. This is not good.
So Squall, if you could roll a dex save for me too.
Yeah. Ouch. Perchance, does that thing have the range to hit me?
How high are you now?
I am 40 feet in the air.
I missed that description from before.
Yeah, I was started my turn before I attacked him. I went 40 feet up in the air.
No, it would only hit 15 feet at that point because it keeps increasing. 5, 10, actually 10. So
am I out of range?
yeah, you're good.
Oh, sweet.
I missed that description last time. Actually, is all.
All good. All good.
And presumably he's kind of pissed off after being shot, so that would be 18 cold damage to you, Idril.
Oh. That hurt.
I'm gonna say too, from his howl of breathing there, you just feel a chill in your bones, and there's actually a small icicles coming down from your eyelashes, and there's one starting to accumulate on your nose before you wipe it away. Then it would be Zabib's turn, which I think I need to change his nickname in here or something, or his actual name. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Idril? Need help?
What?
This is Zabib.
Oh.
Only you can see him.
I didn't realize it was his turn.
Yep.
Try to spook this wolf.
Oh, okay. I'll do my best. And, you see him float over and,
Grab his tail!
Oh, that sounds like a great plan.
Grab his tail and run away!
He floats over quickly, just behind him, unnoticed as to what you can tell. And when he reaches out to grab the tail, oh, that definitely hits. So there we got 20. Did I do it to the wrong one? I did do it to the wrong one. I was like trying to look at it. I've got too many tabs open. I gotta bring it up again is all. But you hear the wolf basically go, yay! And as turns around, it's like looking around, like searching, sniffing the air, can't quite find anything, but is obviously distracted and would I would say that it has disadvantage on anything that you guys throw at it right now. That's why. They're both about this. Okay. That was confusing. No wonder. Alright. That's how much he'd done with that. And then it's this guy's turn up here next to Thea and Zeph. And he goes and tries to... Where did his tab go now? Too many tabs again. There he is. To bite you, Thea. Turns his head after you would try to go for the killing blow, and seems like you know what you're doing. He is 11 to hit. Can't find his little thingy. I don't think that hits, right?
No.
You said she or Thea?
Thea.
No. That doesn't hit.
Okay. So he bites towards you, and his giant head, the one that's about the size of your torso, just misses you as you kind of dodge right out of his maws as they clamp down. And then it's Gunther's turn. Right where your head was. you look at it and you go, that could have been my entire head.
It's a wolf fight. Gunther. Gunther, I guess, is gonna attack again. From the butt.
In the butt?
Next to the butt.
Next.
Butt adjacent.
Okay.
12 to hit.
That just misses.
Okay. So he tries to go for his tail, but his tail is moving rapidly, and Gunther's just like biting at the air and missing. And he also can't blink anymore, so now he's stuck there.
I know what you mean, but my first initial thought was, wait, why can't he close his eyes? But it is Squall's turn.
Alrighty. So still being 40 feet up in the air, I'm gonna attack Winter Wolf 1 with 2 beams of Eldritch Blast. 17 for the first beam. 17 for the second beam.
Whoa.
It's 5. 16 damage total.
Looking for this first wolf. Keep closing my tabs because I have too many open, and then I forget which one's open. So 4, 2, 8. That's how much that is. If you want to describe it.
Go for it.
So you hit the wolf as it's distracted and trying to nip at whatever was behind it, and it doesn't seem to understand. So it has turned its rear end towards you, and both your beams sail center mast true, and hit straight and force it down to the ground, and its attention back on you guys. Just thump thump into it, and you hear a slight charring and smell a slight charring of fur before it yipes and turns back around to its attention. Then it would be Zeph's turn.
I'm gonna move up to this other one. And I am going to use my staff for a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah.
My damage not saying there. There we go. 14 damage for that. And then I am going to use the dick as well. With a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah.
So 5 damage from the dick. And then a key point to do flurry of blows. So 8 for the first one. So that misses. But 21 for the next one. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to add my inspiration onto that damage. I can do that, right? Or is it just the attack roll?
No, you can add it to whichever attack you want, technically. It's whatever. It's just damage, really.
Okay. Okay, and it was a D4?
8.
Or 6?
8.
8. Oh, yeah.
Oh, dang. Nice.
That's
Solid.
8 more damage.
Now, which tab is this guy on?
Flare blows? Yeah, okay.
near death. Do you want to describe it?
You can.
So you come up, you sweep the leg, Johnny, and you then bash him across the back of his head while he was trying to swipe at Thea, basically, and you then go and kick him in the ribs twice while he's down and trying to get back up. And then it looks like it's Mime's turn. Welcome to the party.
Hello. Okay. So I'm kind of far away. I can't really see much. So looks like we got where it's cold. I don't know if we're outside or not, but I can move 25. So that puts me move to the side a little bit. All right. So I still only see a winter wolf, but I'm gonna go ahead and use guiding bolt on him. And then I also have a bonus action if that doesn't take care of the winter wolf. Did it show up?
I'm not seeing anything yet.
Come on. God damn it. I'm refreshing the page.
Oh, okay.
Alright, let's try again.
So what-
I clicked it like 3 times and didn't send a chat.
What you've experienced
try
up to
again.
this point is the group has decided to take the mountain pass up to see the hermit in the mountains who can help them with their troubles before they head off to Gargant, which they've sent
Oh,
a
cool.
messenger bird ahead for. And you guys are currently going through the mountain pass to find the hermit.
Gotcha, I like hermits. Hey, maybe we can hermit out together. Can share hermit stories.
That one showed up. That does not hit
Yay! Okay, well I have a bonus action. I come at him with my bonus action.
though. That hits.
Yeah, take that. Take that in the face.
And where did he go? Oh, so close.
This is the only one I see.
Do you want to describe what you do? Oh, that was the wrong direction. The health did not add the. There we go. That's how much left he has. A sliver.
Because it's a dog. Because this is a wolf. The spiritual weapon takes the form of a giant vacuum cleaner, and it appears above him and makes lots of noises, and then just falls very heavily and conks him on the head.
Mime invented the vacuum cleaner. I want it to be known.
On this day, it was Mime, the silent individual creating the vacuum. Don't ask what the vacuum is. You'll find out.
We can put a statue here later.
Yeah.
Cool, that's all I got.
And then you're passing the turn to Shia. Also, I should have said you have some bardic inspiration, but you'll figure that out right now. Basically, Shia sang some awesome songs, and everybody was like, whoop whoop! And now you have an extra D8 of damage that you can use for a little while.
Hell yeah.
So what you doing there, Shia? You got 2 very hurt wolves.
Writing a song.
Sounds about right for the bard. Oh, you guys
Yeah,
worry about that
back to
combat
the-
over there. I'm just gonna keep writing this song. Like, oh yeah, and he does that. That's a good.
She
I'm
was
gonna
like-
take that and put that in the song too.
She's staring out in the distance and it's like thinking of a song. Okay, well, the one wolf is real close. And, is what she's going to do. Is anyone really hurt? I guess that is what I do. Okay, let's. Okay. No. All right. She's gonna take this crystal sword and run up to the wolf and take a stab. Get that going.
Oh yeah, and that hit. And
That's a 26 to hit. Roger that.
you're wielding this one-handed or two-handed?
We're gonna say it's a two-hander.
Okay.
She went in. I mean,
That would be a death kill if you want to describe it.
yeah. So, she is gonna be like, not today, and run up and slap like this. It's a crystal sword, that turns into like a bludgeoning thing if it's not used. So she goes to like stab it, and it like, I guess it wouldn't be a stab motion, it would be a bludgeoning, but goes and like knocks the wolf back, and it's like it slides and it doesn't move. And the snow softly falls as we wait to listen for another breath from this terrible beast. Okay, and that's Shia's turn.
I was just going to add, if you don't mind, for a description
Yeah.
on the sword, because I know that that's a little bit still not quite solid in your mind there, probably, of how it works, but it's basically when you're striking with it first, the points on it are dull, so it's like it's not like a super fine point crystal, and it's just like this mass of crystals that move up the length of it. So that's why it's bludgeoning when you first strike with it, even if you were to stab with it, but as you do,
yeah. And then once you do it, it shatters.
Shatters.
It gets the additional damage,
Mhm.
and then it turns into this like whip
Yep.
sword.
So I don't know if you're doing enough damage.
So she goes.
Because you've used it enough at this point to understand too, to know when the breaking point is, I would say, of the crystal before it turns back into its crystalline form. I don't know if you're trying to shatter it. I'm imagining too, for some reason, that you're like stabbing under this wolf, like going in for the gut, because you're coming up to it. You know, it's up here, and
Yeah,
kind of coming up. But
And I would like to like, can we, just for extra dramatic effect, maybe instead of like it shatters as it goes in, and it's like, and it's like she has like the sword that like goes through the wolf. Maybe not. You know what? She bludgeons the creature. It takes the damage. It's beautiful. The sword shatters at that time. And so now she is left standing stoically with a glistening, freshly broken sword. I mean, like, not broken, but like freshly shattered, unheaved sword.
and I'm guessing too, because of the amount of damage, and from the underside of the wolf, you blew apart a portion of its guts that fell down towards you, and the underside of the wolf is eviscerated, and it was trying to get back up after Zeph had bludgeoned the crap out of it, so it was still like trying to get back up, and you come up under and then as the sword shatters, that's when it rips the guts open that spew out across your sword. You're like, ah! I know she is probably more of like, ah! But with guts being spewed all over her, but as the noble. But
Well, she's a noble, but you also have to remember that she was a healer. Like she left her noble life to be with a it starts with an A, alchemist, and she spent her time healing people. So blood and guts is definitely not weird to her or something that would really particularly gross her out, because she's been there.
I feel it. So, wolf dead. guts everywhere. Thea?
Wolf Thea tastes the blood that just splashed across her face. The kill. It's
The
like
big lick.
the shark in Finding Nemo when it smells blood. Like Wolf Thea. And she's gonna howl and run at this other wolf, which
Fish are
should be
friends,
fine.
not food.
This wolf, I told this wolf not to come over here, and it just did anyway. So, my territory. And 23 to hit on a bite.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Um, 10 damage.
Death kill.
Yes. I'm gonna let out another howl, and then I'm gonna grab it by its neck scruff and like growl while I shred a piece of it off, and I'm gonna eat it.
And
Okay.
before you rip a piece of the delicious, savory neck meat off, you hear, and there isn't a motion after that from that wolf.
I take a snack.
Yeah, everybody's well
So,
fed at this
well-
point. So, but you're just snacking. But what?
Mm-hmm.
while Thea howls, your howl made me think of there's a she wolf in a closet. Hello. Okay. Shakira.
There's a Thea in the closet.
So combat is over. You guys win.
Woo.
I was going to say too, just because I wasn't sure when you're going to come in the combat, Mime, but you kind of stood there like as you guys had made it a good way up the path actually by the point that you were getting into this point, and you were taking a breath at the top of another rise when the rest of your compatriots were like venturing forward to figure out what's going on with this cliff face that you can obviously see in front of you, that you were resting before the wolves got there, and then you're just kind of standing like, but I want to be friends. But you could see that everybody started attacking them, so you're just like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we're gonna do this.
I can't let them die.
Yeah, I just imagine Mime standing there like with her hands up, like puppies.
Yeah, we gotta be friends. Can I go scratch Thea's ears?
Oh no, Thea, you...
Except I have blood. Yes, except I just
That's
have
fine.
blood all over my face.
That's fine.
I give you one of those like nudges, but like now you're all bloody, and it's so cute.
Scratch her ear in just the right spot, her leg starts kicking.
Oh yeah.
So we have to get over this cliff face, right?
Yeah.
Well, or does this mean that we've hit a dead end?
I mean, I think this cliff face is climbable.
I'm gonna try and climb it.
Is it climbable for 4 paws, or is this?
So you
Kind of
do
surface
see
is this?
see some handholds and such, but you're trying to climb it. I would say so. Roll a acrobatics. And once you
Oh no.
you try to grab a hold of the wall.
Oh yeah.
You get a foothold, and then you're like, okay, that's pretty sturdy. You grab onto a handhold, and you're like, oh, that rock is cold, and you slip back down without even like making it a foot off the ground.
Okay.
And then Shia, you're doing the same thing, I'm guessing, or were you trying to do the thing you were before?
I'm gonna go back to doing what I was doing before.
Okay. And it looks like
I hate how it
tall
gives
is it?
you. Sorry, go ahead.
all I was gonna say is
How tall is the cliff?
it. I mean, from your angle, it's a little hard to tell how tall actually it is. You're seeing the top all the way up here. Kind of. It looks like there's a good crest going along there. But there is some smaller resting, like there's some smaller, not resting, you would consider them resting if you were climbing, but flatter areas right around halfway, it looks like. So, if you're doing the same thing you did before, Shia, with the rope and the dagger that you're taking, you've put it on there and are tossing it. Oh, is Gunther blinking? Is
Yeah.
that what's happening? Okay. And you're throwing it. Tell me where you're aiming.
I'm gonna aim up at. Oh, sorry, I didn't move my person. I'm gonna go back to where I was, and you said there was a nice little edge, like here or something like that, that I could use at 20 feet up.
Yeah, about 20, 25.
Okay.
So that's about
So
where,
yeah, she's gonna
with
give her a throw.
I think what I'm going to describe here then too is you're taking it and you're swinging it through the air and you let it go up and it slides up and you pull on it and you feel it's set now. You feel it's like a set rope that you're putting your whole weight on it. You've climbed halfway up the cliff almost at this point. You're like, guys, roll a strength save for me, or not a straight save, but just a strength check to see if you can make it up the rest here.
Let's say this could be really bad. Where's my strength? But I have a hard time.
Nice.
Okay.
So you hand over hand this rope and put your foot right in front of the other and just sing to yourself, 1 foot in front of the other, and you make it on top of this with Gunther standing looking down at everybody while you inspect it to make sure your throw was holding on the cliff face, and you're like, guys, I've made it up.
Well then, so I'm gonna let the rope down to help them.
Well, the rope's
Or do you? Yeah.
the rope's still kind of hanging down there, and like the dagger was set, so you're letting the rope kind of hang, and then just climb up.
Yeah. Good.
I'll try and climb it again.
All right.
Wait.
And this is
I see here, Josh.
And this is a athletics with advantage with the rope now.
Okay.
That's a rope. That's supposed to be a rope. Do you want to fix my drawing? You can fix my drawing. You should have permissions now. I realized the last time you were locked from drawing all the dicks.
You lost your privileges.
And while we're up here, and I guess Shia takes a look around. She looks at Gunther and goes, "Oof, let me get you there, hon." And she casts Cure Wounds on Gunther. He gets 1d8 plus 3.
So, Zeph, you get about halfway, and you're like, "Oh gosh!" Roll a strength check for me.
Why do we have little arrows beside our characters?
Yours should be, Thea's would be gone too, I think. But those
Are we target practice to you?
No, there isn't very many good status symbols, to be honest. There isn't one for like, Bardic Inspiration. I was just putting something on there to remember you guys had Bardic Inspiration during combat, to remind you. if you're in your character sheet in Astral, I don't know if you guys can all do it, but if you just click on the little status icon above your character, it'll disappear off of them. Zeph, you're struggling up this. You're going pretty good. You got hand over hand. You're getting to the top, and you're holding on to it. Like, Shia, give me a hand, please. Just roll a strength check. Shia.
Another one? Oh, okay.
And Idril, I need an athletics first. Unless I missed it.
Nope, I didn't realize you needed points.
Did you hear me, Shia? So, Idril, you grab onto the rope and you put a foot up and you're like, okay. And you put your foot on the next one and it lands on a patch of ice and you just slide back down the two or three steps up that you'd made it with the rope in your hand. It kind of hurt a little bit, but not that much. It started to burn as you got towards the bottom, but you weren't there yet.
I have to roll another athletics to try
Yep,
to get
another athletics if you want to try again.
Ah!
Sorry.
There we go.
So you make it
More like it.
3/4 of the way up, no problem this time, and purposefully avoiding that same piece of ice and cursing it as you're climbing up it. Roll the strength check to see if you make it the last few feet there.
And I used my strength check that I already rolled.
Yeah, and you get
do you
to
want
the
me to
top of the
re-roll
rope. No, that's fine. You get to the top of the rope and you step on the side of the rock, just beside Zeph actually, because she's reaching for Shia's hand still, and it looks like she froze. So you just spring off of the rope, the last step off of the rope around Zeph. Like, jeez, hogging the rope. Squall, I'm assuming you just fly up there, because that's only like 25 feet.
You're muted!
Sorry. I was kind of just standing down there,
Oh, okay.
in case anybody fell, because
Okay.
then I could just fly up and catch them.
I see your. Like, that's a great. Look at
Yeah.
this team player here.
Oh yeah.
Actually, Squall, can you tell us? Can you see what's? Can you give us a scout's report on what is on top of the cliff face? To see if there's something up there we should be aware of before we climb up.
Yeah, I think. Once I get Josh, will have to give me access because I don't have. I could just see where, Thea or Shia is, and that's all the further I can go.
And you take a short rest, I'd assume, here, because the rest of the cliff face is another 25 feet up. You look, as you guys have landed here, you see it above you, and as you fly up to the top here, you're yelling down basically that, yeah, it is a clear open space up here once you get up top. Looks like there's a. You can describe what you want.
Yeah. This is all the further I'm gonna go. So, guys, it's pretty flat up here. It looks like there was some kind of structure here at one point, but as far as I can see, there are 3 large birds up here, and
you're about 50
they
feet.
look scary.
You're about 50 feet away from them right now, and they're not noticing you. They're pecking away at the ground is what you can tell, but they're not pecking like they normally would with just the tips of their beaks. They're slamming their faces down with their beaks into the ground as if their faces were axe and they were chopping at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna relay that information too, and I also, so I can see.
Yes, you would know what they are. You would recognize them.
The thing directly. I'm trying not to spoil anything. I'm just gonna move my character here. Could I see this
That is
from? from
see
where
what
I am.
What is that? What is that you're talking about? Oh,
The ROCK.
Ah, okay. You do see, but it is flying very even higher than you are right now. Way higher.
Okay, I'm
there's-
going to assume that I can't see that then.
This is what you see, basically. Just like a silhouette of a bird that's about 6 or 7 times bigger than you are. Just a shadow is what you notice floating around on the ground. It's actually circling the axe beaks, as to what you can tell.
Okay. That's big. Okay, I'm gonna fly back down to them and let them know there are what'd you call them? Axe beak birds?
Yep.
Yeah, so there's these 3 large birds, smashing their faces into the ground. They're axe beak birds, but I also saw a very large silhouette of another bird that was probably 6 or 7 times bigger than I am.
Also, you'd noticed a cave entrance right to your left as you walked past.
You guys know that too now. There's a cave
God
entrance.
damn it.
So
That was just before the birds, actually. So here, I'll put you back up here to show you what I mean. So it's this part right there is a cave entrance. It's a very large.
Oh,
like,
okay.
50
That looked
foot-
like that. Okay, I didn't see that. That just looked like part of the natural cliff face.
I understand. Yeah, I melded it in there pretty good. That's what I
Yeah,
wanted
you
to make
did.
it was clear. And then there's
It's-
this is actually like a little platform that's a little bit lower that they could probably reach where you are before it steps up to that higher spot where you flew up to. That's probably
Okay. Well, then I'll let them know that there's this like cliff face that like, flat area we can be in. But then other than that, there are axe peaks, a big bird, and a cave. So, we might be in trouble unless you guys want to go into the cave.
Big bird.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'd
Alright,
vote
well-
cave.
Go in the cave.
Do we think the hermit's in the cave?
A hermit might be in the cave.
That's a good possibility.
Somehow.
Can
getting
I
off
make
this
it-
rope.
Well, can I make it up the rope as a wolf, or do I need to change?
I don't know. I was looking for. I know you were kind of cut out there, Shia, a little bit. A strength check for
Yeah.
you to help Zeph, who is hanging
Yeah.
at the top of this cliff, kind of like help. And Idril just kind of jumped around you, but Thea, you can grab onto the rope with your mouth, but you can't really figure out how. I mean, unless you can describe to me another way, how you might climb up the rope or use it as an advantage for your.
Wait. If she grabs it off her mouth, just do a strength check, and then I'm gonna pull both of them up because I just did a 23.
And you grab onto Zeph's hand and just hoist her over the cliff to land flat face down next to you. Like, oh, that was a little easier than I thought it was. But also, Mime, you were still down here, it looks like.
I wanted to make sure it was okay for us to go up first. Very nervous. Very nervous about climbing this face. It's high up. I'm just a little guy.
Mhm.
Guys, meet Tate, who enjoys her toe beans being eaten.
The disposition, the difference in disposition between Zelda and Tate just now was astronomical.
Yeah, that's about right. Oh, she does. Okay, you want to go down? What? What?
So,
Yeah, Zelda. Not.
is Mime and Thea gonna try and hold on to the end of this rope? Or are you gonna try and climb up this rope here, Mime?
I'm gonna try to climb up it, but I only have a 12. My strength is junk.
That's not your.
So I don't know if I'm.
You need an athletics for me to get up the first part, and it would be with
Oh.
advantage for the rope. But we can keep that strength for the second half of the climb.
Yeah, I know that strength's gonna have like a -4 modifier. Yeah, that didn't help much either.
Roll the athletics one more time for me. For advantage.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Ooh, first one was better.
I'm nimble. That's all I got.
So you grab onto the rope, make it probably just below half. You're probably at around a third or a half. You're not quite sure. But you struggle on through, and you get 5, 10, 15 more steps in there, and you're getting close to the top again. And you're like, I don't know if you make any noises otherwise because of your disposition, but you guys can see Mime's top of their head above the cliff, but that's about it. Or their hat, I guess. It's poking up above. And you heard them, what sounds like almost losing their grasp.
Am I able to roll to, like, kind of climb back down onto the rope and, like, help Mime up?
You should be able to, like, lean over from there, and if Mime can kind of grab your hand and you can pull them up, if you roll a strength check for me. That would be what you would require for that. Or, Mime, you could try and roll another strength check to see if you want to do it yourself and climb the rest of the way up.
I don't have a lot of faith in my strength checks. So let's assume that my strength check is going to be another 1.
And
Well, I don't know. I have a +5 to mine, and I've rolled under 10 like 5 times. So
I have a -4 on my strength.
You're reaching over the edge, and Mime's just right there, and you can just touch their fingertips, and you're like, come on, just one more. I would say, if anybody else wants to add their strength check to it to see what. Grab onto Zeph's ankles and hang him over the side of the cliff.
Thea, do you want to grab my ankles and like?
You just kind of, Zeph's leaning over the side, and you just grab onto her ankles and just push her off the side so that she gets that last bit, and you instinctively grab Mime right on the forearm, and you haul them both up over the cliff and just kind of toss them to the side.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, can I roll a survival? But oh, good, cool. Thanks, guys. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I'm the only one that's left, I am gonna try and hold on to the bottom of the rope.
Okay.
Can we do like an elaborate game of tug of war, where Thea's not actually tugging back?
You know when a dog is playing tug of war and you like lift them off the ground and their legs are
Yeah.
like, that's what's happening.
I don't know who's pulling you up though.
Can it be all of us? Can we all
I
grab
was
onto
gonna
the
say,
rope?
we could do what we just did, and
You guys could roll a conjoined strength check for me if you want. I see a Shia with a 21.
Oof. Carry the team.
oh, okay.
Mime, you've got a 12.
Ooh.
Zeph's got a 20.
There's my better strength rolls.
So it looks like you guys kind of form a mambo train, or I'm not sure how you're grasping this rope, with the dagger at the end. Mime in the front. She is holding Mime up, so it's like Mime's doing the work, and no, I don't know. What are you guys doing?
So you don't have to grab the end of the rope, like dagger end. Like you can just grab like the nearest rope, the dagger's like in, and just
Well, who's
maybe.
the
How about yeah, like let's go Shia. I'd say Shia's the biggest, and I'd
Yeah,
say
what-
you guys pull me like butt hair, bear hug style, like Shia, and just kind of like.
I feel like someone has to have her tail, just like.
Yeah. Wait, who wrote Mime? Mime's holding her tail.
All right, and You're pulling her up, Thea, that is, and you guys pull her up no problem and keep walking backwards, presumably into the cliff and then back this way, and you get right to the edge with you guys all pulling and realize that Thea is one person away from getting to the top with the length of the 20-foot rope. You guys ran out of cliff area up here to walk, really, from the angle where you had it kind of set.
Can I jump?
Yeah, you can try to jump from there. That would be in athletics.
Wait. Hold a second.
Because it was only me,
So you're saying...
Shia, and Zeph right now that are pulling together. No problem. You guys walked backwards just like it was a Tuesday and you weren't even holding the rope. But you made it back to this side and the rope didn't quite... It's like a 20-foot portion of rope that's still hanging over the edge of the cliff when you guys started to pull back to here, which you've been able to pull it back about 15 feet, and there's still about 5 feet hanging over the edge with Thea on the end, dangling.
Wait, I'm gonna fight this, because that's not what I pictured at all. I pictured we're on this cliffside.
Yeah.
We grab the rope.
And you
it's
start
only
spinning.
20 feet down. What?
And you start spinning?
No, I pull,
Uh-huh.
and I grab the other rope, and I pull, and I grab the rope again, and pull.
That was not in your description, so not what
As
I
an
understand.
average person would, yeah, if we want to spin like a top, sure. That's, I mean, if...
I mean, whatever.
Just wrap the rope around your body.
That's what I was. That's what I was imagining.
Because my thought is like,
on.
yeah, my thought is that the two are holding me like down while I'm doing like climber's rope, like pulling, up.
Okay. See,
I was like, no.
That's not. You don't have to fight that as long as you have a description in mind. I was just not sure how it was going to work and trying to figure out how the rolls should work before all of that. And but no, that makes sense. So you climbers wrap that rope around your arm, and Thea gets right to the top before Shia, and bounds out onto the flat surface plateau there. No problem. Like it was.
Actually, I picture Thea still holding on to the, like, she brings her up, and then Thea has like ground, and it's like starts pulling. She was like, Thea's now happy because Thea's now playing with her.
Oh, I see.
Tug of war strength check to see who wins.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
That's 12.
See. So, I was gonna say natural one's not. If it really was a nat 1, then I feel like Thea would fall back off the cliff.
I stumble a little bit, and like my foot slips off, and all the rocks tumble down, and I.
And then,
Stop tug of war.
as soon as your foot loses purchase, the rope just shoots out of your mouth, and you take a jostled step back. But Mime and Zeph are holding you steady, Shia, so you don't do anything. Because you thought you were pulling harder than you needed to.
So is this another cliff face we have to climb up now?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey.
Do I see any spots like to try and climb it?
There are some, as to what you can tell, like before, but it
Alright.
doesn't look easy.
Alright, I'm gonna try and climb it then.
Okay.
And that's what, athletics again?
Mm-hmm.
20.
Nice. So you're making it up this cliff face. You're getting right to the edge. You can tell you're probably about a person away and you're losing some stamina. Roll a strength check for me. 19. So you get right up to the edge and just hoist yourself over. The first time, completely lost in your memory that you that it was even a struggle. You're like, I could do this every day.
Yeah. And then can I see? I'm going to take. There's not really anything up here. Like.
So what you can kind of see there is that this is a little bit higher over here, but there's like engraved steps that lead up this way up to that slightly higher portion there into the stone. Zeph. And
How high up did I just climb?
you climbed straight up 15 feet, almost 20.
Okay.
Gunther blinks.
Okay. Does he have to be able to see where he's going?
Yeah, he can't see that.
Not that spot, no. The one before he could kind of see because it was set back in the mountain from where you guys were. You could tell that there was like a ledge, and you can see where Zeph disappeared over another ledge, but he can't see on top of that ledge as before. It's much sheerer here. It's like it's not as high, but it's definitely straight up.
Do I see any like rocks or anything near me? Like larger, like boulders?
Not particularly. None that are like loose, if that's what you're asking. It is a cliff face of rock, though.
I'm gonna.
Shouldn't there be like a path that winds through this mountain? It's called the mountain pass, so why are we trying to climb the mountain?
I like that question. Yeah, I'm not really positive about the right way.
I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I'm
I'm just sitting over here on a rock. Like, why are you guys struggling?
and if that's what you're doing, you're saying it out loud, Shio, you kind of remember seeing some previous climbing tracks along this particular face of rock.
Yeah,
Like
I was gonna
somebody
say
else
I
has been
just
here.
used. Yeah, and that's how I got up here, was using.
Just climbing hand over hand and foot and finding purchase as you went.
But is that the
think
way
some
that the path
people-
led, or
I
did you
think
just
some
happen to
people's
see some
definition-
footholds?
I didn't hear that. There was two voices at the same time. I'm sorry.
I was saying, was that the actual like way the path went, or did you just like happen to see some places that looked like footholds?
Are you asking me, or are you asking Shia?
I mean, we came to
I'm
a
asking
cliffside.
the group.
Oh, okay.
You're not there,
This is-
Josh.
Right, exactly. That's what I was
This is this is where the path has seemed to have gone.
How certain are you of that?
As certain as a baby monkey grabbing onto its mother's teat. Not really sure. I'm just going off of an estimate here.
Oh my.
What a visual.
All right, all right.
As
So
I
I'm gonna,
heal visual.
so I'm gonna turn around and stand on the edge of this cliff, and I want to try to look this way to see, Josh, if you can see. I'm gonna try to look this way to see if you're muted.
Cat. Sorry.
That's all right.
Okay, you're looking that way to see.
I'm looking this way to see if, like, the path looks like it leads maybe like around that way. a bit.
You're looking and you see a bouldered field of just continual foothills that grow up to this mountain that you guys are slowly starting to climb. And out farther from that, it's just looking like a desolate, hilly, bouldery, rocky expanse. This seems to be the clearest path from your angle currently.
Okay, so the path does look like it kind of stops here.
Correct.
Okay. We'll come back to the group and be like, well, this sucks, but we're on the right path.
As Thea makes like a little monkey.
I'm gonna take my rope and I'm gonna throw it down
You
over
healed
the
me, right?
edge.
Shia.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
And did you take that healing from previously, Gunther? From Chia, I think, and Mime as well. Mime had done some healing, I think, to someone a while back there, but I didn't see anybody's health going up from that particular thing. And I did hear you, Zeph. You're throwing your rope. You should be able to draw on the map, but I've got you, because I've got it right here.
Okay.
I took heals from Shia.
Okay.
That was 9 points, I believe, for you. And then 4 points for Idril.
And Mime, yours was back farther, like right after the fight. I seen a cure wound in chat at least, but I didn't know who you were declaring that for.
I was gonna ask. I wasn't sure if I could even cast it at all at that point, but Gunther was the only one at that point that like had significant damage. So I was gonna see if Gunther wanted to heal, but
Looks like
it could be for anybody.
It looks like it takes a spell slot. If you have a spell slot open, I don't see why not.
Yeah, I do.
So, like back when they were doing the scratches.
Yeah, like right after that, right before Gunther blinked away.
So, Zeph threw a rope down to you guys and said it's clear sailing from there, I think.
There's another
Crickets.
rope that we can climb up.
Crickets.
Yeah, I just threw it down. I'm just like kind of
I'm gonna
like
try
I
to
threw it
climb
down, and I'm just kind of like anchoring myself down to like hold it.
So I give it like a couple tugs just to make sure it's secure and that Zeph is prepared, so I don't yank her off the cliff.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm gonna try to climb up.
Are you
Nope.
Are you just holding it? You'd said, Zeph, or
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've got it like wrapped around your waist, too, or
Yeah, and I'm just kind of like, you know, like feet dug into the ground, kind of leaning back, holding onto the rope.
okay. So you get up a couple good solid steps, and you actually see the rope coming, cresting the top there, Idril, and you start to slide back down. Roll a strength saving.
Okay, so I slide back down.
Starting to slide back down. Roll a strength saving.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can.
12. So you hold on to the rope, and you get actually a hand over hand, almost up to the top. You're right there where Zeph is. You guys are
Gonna
almost.
reach out
almost
and
there!
Help
You
it
got
roll
your-
up.
You get your foot right on the ledge, and I guess you are like almost kissing her before you decide to step off to the side. Like, oh, that was unexpected.
Awesome. I take some steps back. Like, close call.
Yeah.
We're so talking about the proximity of,
Our faces.
yeah.
Assuming you
Can
Hmm?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that you probably haul her down to the group and say, it's good. Line's clear. Can Gunther...
Can he see any ledge to the left or right? Or it's all, like, straight up?
There's a little bit of a ledge right here that he could probably blink to, and he would be able to see the next ledge that he would need to blink to if that's what you're trying to accomplish there. Kind of a...
Yeah.
Okay. So he... Bloop,
I think that's what he would do. It might not be instantaneous, because I think, like, every 6 seconds he has to see if he can recharge his blink, but eventually he'll get up there.
Okay. So he blinks to that lower portion of it, and you... Idril and Zeph can see Gunther now. Off to your left, I guess, because you're facing down the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Any more attempts?
Oh, Shia is going to attempt.
The rest of us are just gonna stay down here forever.
I say I rolled in athletics, but I only got a 1.
Did I miss that?
Oh.
I
Yeah.
don't think Mime's ever gonna climb any ropes. She's gonna fail out of gym class.
Oh, I see the one now. So you grab onto the rope, I guess, there, Mime, and start to take a couple steps, and your feet slip out from under you, and you slip back down. But you're just before that, you thought you were doing okay, and you're like, flip.
Sounds about right. I mean, I can try to roll again after she has tried.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna let Shia go before you? I'm
Could
assuming.
Shia
Yeah, I'm gonna
carry
try to,
me there?
I'm assuming Shia. Then you kind of walk up behind Mime, and as they'd fallen back down, and kind of brace the fall backwards as the little one there tries to climb up the rope by themselves, and you just gesture towards the rope.
Well, yeah,
rope,
so-
Mime. Be my guest.
So, can I, like, pick Mime up because Mime's small and she is big dragonborn, and sling Mime over my back and, like, be like, hold on, and then start climbing?
Yeah, can I hold on like a spider monkey?
I would say just roll a strength check for me real quick, and I'm going to say you would be riding Shia like a backpack is what I assume, so that you can use both of your hands still,
Yeah.
Shia.
Like a monkey on its mother's teeth.
Yeah, you can go on the front if you
So-
want, but
Who's rolling a strength?
you are rolling a strength first. It looks like you guys are both. I was just seeing if you could hold on to Shia. Basically, is what that's for.
Yeah.
Negative 2.
Motherfucker.
See, technically we didn't go anywhere.
I'm just going to.
So,
I'm just going to say. I'm just going to say because that's Zeph's rope. What you did, Shia, is you took some rope, you tied it around Mime, and started climbing up this rope, because you tried to jump up and grab onto the spot where you gestured on yourself for her to hold, for them to hold, and they're like, eh. That's what the negative 2 got you, and you just picked him up and tied him to you, and started climbing up this rope and got about halfway with them tied to you, and then it's Shia's turn. Could you roll a strength check for me after that to get over the rest of this?
Mm-hmm.
9. Okay, so you get right there, and Zeph, you're sliding off the edge at this point, and you guys start feeling the rope start to go backwards, and you're still climbing up, Shia, but you're kind of in the same spot. So you start
Can
screaming,
I roll a
Zeph.
strength to kind of like push myself back and pull them up?
I would say that you could try, yeah.
Why didn't I turn into a giant owl or something?
And you're able to hold steady for just a second, and you make it one step closer, Shia, just before you get right to the edge, and you're more than kissing Zeph at this point. You guys are basically hugging as you just get over the edge and fall backwards together, all in a heap.
Like a monkey.
I just kind of stand in the corner and chuckle. I see all of you in a heap, and I'm just like,
Yeah, no, it's fine, Idro. We don't need help.
I give him a thumbs up. I'm like, awesome.
I think I just healed you.
But I'm gonna go walk and like see what's over here.
There's an evident path of steps carved into the rock just behind you that lead up over to here.
Oh,
which is
okay.
a slightly
like
higher
steps that I can just like walk up.
Yeah, they're completely engraved into the stone there.
Well, I'm gonna start walking up the steps.
Can I see over the edge?
Are you still attached to the rope and you're like leaning down, trying to lean down over the edge?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could look down over the edge.
You can. I would say that you'd see Thea down at the bottom of the rope with Squall still waiting there for him, and Gunther blinks up right beside you at that point too.
Okay. Because I know that Thea struggled last time to get up, I'm going to cast Levitate on Thea.
And you see Thea lose track of the ground and levitate up the side of the cliff, paws like waving around wildly before they land right next to you.
Amazing.
Well, that would have been nice 5 minutes ago.
Well, I went to say that I cast it on Mime, but everybody kept talking, and then Josh was like, "You tie her around you," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, you're like, whoop, that happened. Okay, sorry about that.
Also, I think you can only cast that so much per day, or is that a
Once.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Josh, you're... Sorry. Are you okay?
Did you almost die?
I was gonna say, Josh, your screen is frozen right now, and like you're like doing this, but your light is still like going on.
Oh.
We can't see your chair, Sarah, so you just like teleported like back.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, it's like one of those mobile chairs too. Let me show it to you. It's a weird chair. So it's like one of these rocky guys.
Yeah.
And I was being precarious on these things while I pulled back.
Do you like that? I spec'd that on a job recently for some college kids that seemed to really want it.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool.
It's good active sitting. And what I really like about it is that you can put it so you're standing, and you just kind of like lightly lean back. So.
Right. That's how I like to use it too, a little bit, and as well as that,
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that sit there and just like with my chair if I can. So that's what I've been doing. But you guys have made it to the top of the cliff, hurrah! And it's 10 o'clock, hurrah!
Hurrah!
We did it.
Yay!
We did it! We did it!
Oh yeah!
How long do you think it took us to get up the side of the cliff?
And defeat the wolves, you're probably looking at about lunchtime right now.
Perfect.
Okay, I probably won't be a wolf for much longer then.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. I figured you guys were thinking to set up camp somehow.
Do we want to set up camp here, or do we want to, like, get up the stairs and into that cave?
Idro's already like halfway up the cave, or halfway up the stairs.
That was pretty huge. Well, here we go.
Do we want to go up to the cave or rest here?
I'm gonna rest anywhere, honestly.
Do we have time to rest?
I'd say a short rest will be okay. And then I can do a bardic song of a short rest, and that will make it seem like a long rest.
Okay. So you guys are just kind of sitting there for an hour catching your breaths after you've climbed the cliff. And as everybody is kind of revitalizing after that, we'll say for next time you're singing that particular bardic arrest.
Does the bardic song mean that we don't have to roll any hit die to get rehealed?
You
Okay, we just automatically get full health.
Yes. Let me
Awesome.
just verify. I have it, I just can't find it. Song of Rest. At the end of a short rest by spending one or more hit die. Never mind, sorry. Each of those, I think when I get to level 6, my Song of Rest changes. Each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points.
Okay.
So it doesn't count as a long rest, though?
No.
Okay.
You just get extra. For now, it does not count as a long rest, but soon, very, very soon, it will be a long rest.
Okay.
That's
Possibly.
the size. Whoops.
Possibly as soon as the next game, because I would say that the
There we
short
go.
rest might do it for you guys to level in this particular case, since it's at the end of a session. Instead of waiting until the next time you're able to long rest. I'm trying to go back to the XP right now too to see where you're at. You're not. Oh no, never mind. I forgot how many, forgot how many sessions you missed.
Yeah.
I was looking at Thea, who's the only one that did make it to level 6 so far. At I think it is 1400. Yeah, 1400. 14,000. Sorry, 14,000. You're in it, and you're at 9,300 something right now. Before I add in today's.
Yes.
But great session otherwise. I mean, I know it was going to take longer to clear that cliff, but that was kind of the idea, because it's pretty much smooth sailing through some pathways otherwise. And I felt it would be a little anticlimactic for you guys to go to the end of the path and be like, "Boo-doo-doo! You've made it to the hermit."
What a great DM. Keep things interesting.
So.
I mean that genuinely, not sarcastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well.
I was concerned for a second.
Keeping us on our toes.
Yeah.
So I wrote the song while you guys were fighting, and I forgot the melody again. But I have all the lyrics. We don't stand for less. Nope, it's not that. That was in Lowell.
And as you guys were...
It's like, rum, rum, rollers, we come for all you posers. Oh, rum, rum, rollers. It's not that, though. It was a good one. I'll figure it out again.
You have 2 weeks. So I think you can do it. I believe in you.
Okay.
For this one. Speaking of which, too, for the Rum Rollers, I was wondering that for the other session is whether or not you guys would go with that name or not. Like, for the bad session. Something you guys haven't talked about over there yet. But, Jesse did, girl Jesse from that campaign did work on another piece of cool art that I shared on Twitter that is now the logo for Rum Propelled Gaming, which is basically based upon this glass that looks pretty sweet. I think I can share it. We were talking about it beforehand. Wait, I can do it from my phone. It looks pretty sweet, though. A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded, and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.